How's it going, everybody? Throwing up my Wii U collection here today. This is my girlfriend and I's Wii U collection. I threw one up in February, I believe it was February. But we picked up maybe 5 or 6 more games since then, and one has been subtracted from the collection. That's DuckTales. I sold. I just wasn't digging it too much. We got the Super Mario 3D World bundle. It has Nintendo Land in there as well. It's a 32 gig. We have Super Mario World and Wario's Woods downloaded, onto the gamepad itself. We have those two on there. One Super Mario World, Super Nintendo. Wario's Woods is the NES. But yeah, it's a really cool system. Unfortunately, there's a decent amount of games, but there's not much coming out, and they're putting out that new NX or whatever. So this system will go by the ways. They say they're going to keep supporting it. That won't go past 6 months, I bet. The cool thing about the system is it's going to end up going the GameCube route, which is not necessarily cool. But these games are going to end up gaining value. Like, some of them already have a ridiculous amount of value, which is weird. Not a ridiculous amount, but more value than you'd think they'd have with a system that's been out, not even, just about 3 years. So, that's, I guess, in a way is cool. I really enjoy the system. I think it's cool. I think a lot of the games take advantage of the gamepad and stuff. It's cool, but it hasn't sold well. So I understand Nintendo's move. Unfortunately, I don't mind it too much, but Fatal Frame 5 is going to be just downloadable, which I would have loved to have had a case for that, but still, I'm getting it because I really want to play that game. And Star Fox is coming out. I want to pick up. Mario Maker comes out like in 2 weeks. Xenoblade Chronicles X, whatever it is coming out. And there's another Yoshi's Woolly World. Looks decent, although I know it's come out in Europe and it hasn't gotten the best reviews, but it still looks pretty decent. So there are some games coming out, and this is like Mario Tennis is coming and stuff. So there are games on the slate, which is cool. But anyway, enough of that rambling. Like I said, a 3D World, Nintendo Land, but the physical games are, first one here, this is going backwards. I put them in alphabetical order. This is going backwards from the last to the first. Cool game, Zombie U. They actually put it, I guess it just came out too. I guess it's a downloadable or something. It's just called Zombie for the PS4 and Xbox One. But this game it's really cool. It's actually very unique. I actually enjoy this game a lot. I haven't played it in a while. It's kind of the game I just throw in and play, see how long I last. I haven't gotten to the end or anything like that, but when you have, it's Dark Soulsy and Dark Demon Souls, where if your character dies, you get a new one. Although you use the same one in Dark Souls, but you use a different person in this, and then you can run back and get your equipment that you lost. But in the same thing as those games, if you die, you don't get a chance to get your stuff back. It's gone. The stuff, if you die on your way back to the stuff you're trying to retrieve, if you die, it's gone. It's cool if you there's no pausing, so when you need to look in your backpack, you have to look at the Wii remote. Not the Wii remote, the gamepad, and it's cool because you gotta be hustling, because if you're not, you're screwed. Zombies will get you and shit. And every fight with these zombies is intense because one could take you out. I've died a few times. You build up that gear, you're getting health kits and you're getting weapons, and you lose it. It sucks, but it's cool. It's intense. It looks pretty decent. But it's a really intense, unique game for me. I like the stuff you do on the gamepad and stuff. It's definitely really cool. Sniper rifle is used at the gamepad as well. And you do stuff like on here, door hacking on there and stuff, blacklight scanning I've done. And like I said, you gotta manage your inventory and stuff, so you have to do that while you're in game. You cannot pause it. So you gotta be careful. It's the first one. This is one that was not in the first video. The Wonderful 101. It's pretty cool. I haven't played much of it. I have to go back to it. I've had it for a while now. It's too bad too because it was purchased. My girlfriend got it for me for. It's $30 or maybe even 20 now. She might pay 20 for Easter, and then the Walmart in the mall by me went out of business or just wanted to move for reasons. And they put a bunch of games on sale, which I bought some to sell, and this one ended up being like $6 or $7. I was like, God damn it. Anyway, it's a cool game. You get to, it's like kind of, I guess it's Pikmin-ish. You get your group of dudes and you form, on the gamepad, you will form like shapes of the weapons for the certain guys and use them. Because I haven't played too much of it yet. But it seems alright so far. I need to get back into it. It's made by Platinum Games. But yeah, it's pretty cool so far. You know, like I said, I'm early on, so I'm just been fighting these robot things, and I guess there's another dude who's similar to your guys, who has like the morphing power or whatever the hell it is. But you can do that. You don't have to do that on the gamepad, but I have. It's a little easier to draw the stuff on there. But yeah, I need to get back into that one. This one's Wii Fit U. My girlfriend got this one. She had an existing balance board from the Wii. This one comes with a little step counter, which I use, which is cool. Actually, kind of cool because you can put your steps in. It counts your steps, and like it puts you on real world walks. Like if you walked all around paths in different countries and stuff, and including the United States and like Japan, Germany, England, stuff like that, Canada. But it's cool. I mean, we haven't played it as much. From the beginning, it keeps track of your weight and tells you if you're overweight or whatever. You need to gain weight or whatever, and you give yourself goals and stuff like that. Pretty cool exercises in here. It's a pretty good workout, but Retro Gaming Girl, I believe her YouTube name is, actually said the same thing in her video, and I commented, you kind of just stop playing it after a little while, which is exactly what we did. Which is too bad because it is really cool, but it's just hard, like with any gym or anything, to hold interest for a while. It's like, it's not even really that hard to take the balance board out and do it, but like anything, you know, a real gym, you may get bored. I'm going to use the real gym myself. But anyway, fourth game here, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Cool Splinter Cell game. Also uses the gamepad in pretty unique ways. A lot of these games can be cool. It tells you right here like what you can play the games with. But this game is pretty cool. You can like peek under doors with the gamepad and stuff, and use the snake camera and shit like that. I haven't beaten this one yet. I stopped playing this too. I've been doing that a lot with these games. I don't know why, because I do enjoy them. But it's cool. It looks good. It's nice to see this, you know, looking good on a Nintendo console. Because I don't think they had one since maybe the second or third one. I don't know if they got all of them on the GameCube during that era. They might have had all three. I think there's three that came out. Actually, you know what? I think Double Agent might have actually come out on the Wii, so they've consistently got them, I guess. But it's pretty cool. Ironside is not doing the voice of Sam Fisher here, but the guy who does the voice does a pretty good job. It's pretty cool so far. There's like side missions you can do because you're up in the plane. Like that's what Fourth Echelon is now. You're in like a plane, and you can do different missions all over the place for people. There's co-op in there as well, which I have not played, but I heard it's pretty cool. That's a cool one. Here's New Super Mario Bros. U with Super Luigi U. My girlfriend picked this one up. I'm actually not too into this game. I don't know why. It just kind of frustrates me, which is weird. But she's really into it. She's better at the 2D Marios. I'm better at the 3D ones. I mean, it's not a bad game or anything like that, but I heard it's like similar to the one on the Wii and the ones on the DS, or the 3DS, whatever one they've been on. I mean, it looks pretty cool and there's stuff to do, but I don't know. It's just something about it gets to me. The Luigi U is just the same game, but the levels are a bit harder, I believe. It's okay. I think I don't like using the Wii remote, because you gotta use the Wii remote sideways. I'm not a fan of using that. I'd rather use joysticks to control them, but you can't play it. You can only play multiplayer if you have the Wii remotes. If you have one person using a gamepad and one using a Wii remote, you can only do stuff on the gamepad, like draw blocks for people to get to higher areas. Here's one of the most recent game we got, Pikmin 3. She had credit on Amazon, so she was able to get this for like $30, which is good because it sells for like 80 new, and that's I think how much it was going for at the time. This game, I played a little bit of Pikmin 2. It's a really cool game, but for me, it's frustrating as hell. You're on the time limit each day. You gotta get your Pikmin back to the area, or they'll get killed. And then, you know, you fucking screw up and like a bunch of rocks kill all your Pikmin and shit. And it can be frustrating, but it is really cool to do stuff. They each do different things. The rock ones and the flying ones I have not seen yet. I've seen the shock ones, the fire resistant ones, and the rock ones. I have not seen the water or the flying ones yet. You can use a couple different things to play this one. I use the gamepad myself. You gotta you can throw them on there and stuff, you know, and stuff like that. You could use the stylus to chuck your Pikmin, and you could switch people and stuff like that. You have 3 different characters here in the one corner there. it's pretty cool. It looks phenomenal, and you know it's cool gameplay. It's just it can get frustrating. I think because I've never played it, so I'm not super used to it. It may take a little longer to get into it though, for me. I think we're on like day 18, but we're only we've rescued the one dude, the captain, and but I know I was reading online because I was curious how long it was. Some people have beaten it only in like 18 days, but whatever. As long as you have fruit, you got to find fruit, giant fruits. You're like on Earth like a million years in the future or something. I heard. But you find fruit and stuff, and that's like your food. But it's cool. It's just, you know, it can get frustrating. Next up here is Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. This is actually really cool. This game kind of got shit on. I guess this version they put out after the other ones for the other systems as well. And it was supposed to be a little better, I guess. I don't know. I never played the original version of it. But, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the fighting's fun, you know. It's pretty tough. Not as tough as the first one. Or the second one, I don't think, but it is pretty tough. But it's cool, it's crazy over-the-top action. As the other Ninja Gaidens are as well. Cool game. I feel like I'm towards the end of this. I don't mind using a gamepad with any of these games either. I know some people don't like it because it's big. I have no problem with it. I really don't have a problem with any controllers, to be honest. And throughout the course of all the games I've played on all systems, I love the 64 controller. The Dreamcast controller is cool. The big original, what was it called? The Duke Xbox controller, I actually like better than the Controller S. So I don't really have a problem with any controllers. Here's NES Remix Pack. We haven't played much of this. She got this. You just play through old games and you gotta do certain things in a certain amount of time. I mean, it's a cool concept. But for whatever reason, we haven't played much of it. It's pretty tough, though. Some of the stuff is actually pretty tough. I guess this has both remix games in it. There's that one. Here's a phenomenal game that originally came out on the GameCube. Zelda Wind Waker. This is HD'd. This is another game that's now, apparently, well, according to GameStop, it's selling for like $55. You can still get it for cheaper than at Best Buy. But it's an awesome game. It looked phenomenal back then, and it still looks phenomenal now. It looks better than it did, but that game still holds up anyway, the GameCube version. It's cool. I know they added some different things to this. They like made things a little easier, I think. I gotta continue to play this too, because I was playing the hell out of this and then I stopped. You can take pictures and stuff and put them on the Miiverse, which I've done a few. Looks phenomenal. The art style's great in this game. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know why, because it looks fucking fantastic. Really cool game. And, you know, switching it up with the boat and stuff, it made it different. For sure. Definitely a really good Zelda game. One of my favorite Zelda games. This one we got recently as well. I think I talked about it. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. We beat it. She beat it. I only used Kirby a few times, and you have to use the gamepad for all this by drawing stuff, which can get a little frustrating. I was alright with it. She was better. I would use the little Waddle Dee there on the bottom. And he can't use him on certain boards. When Kirby's the rocket, you can't use him. You can just like boost the rocket, but you don't have your own rocket. When he turns into the submarine or tank, the Waddle Dee will become that as well. But it was cool playing with two players. I didn't mind using him. It was fun. Looked cool, had a unique look. It wasn't too hard. I guess the end boss was just giving her trouble. I tried it a few times too and was getting frustrated as well, but she finally beat it. So, pretty cool game. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I know I put up a gameplay for this one. This is a really sick game. We played this to completion. I know you can do other stuff. We haven't gotten to like the extra stuff to unlock the hidden level or the hidden world. But it's cool. You can use I use Donkey Kong. She uses Dixie Kong. You can use Cranky and Diddy as well. If you play one player, there'll be a support character in certain levels. You can throw a barrel, but if you're a second player, you can use one of the other three. Boss battles in this are actually pretty tough. There's some really hard levels in this game, but it's cool. It looks phenomenal, and the gameplay is fun. Well, most 2D games like this, will frustrate the shit out of you at points. But it's cool and rewarding when you beat it. Next game here is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. We haven't gone back to this. I always bust her chops, my girlfriend's chops about this, because she got this one, and I'm always like, whatever happened to Captain Toad? These actually were originally levels in 3D Mario 3D World, and you had to use Captain Toad, and you had to use the gamepad to turn it around. You know, you turn the level around, you got to find stuff and mushrooms and whatever. And this is, they just made a game off it. This is a $40 game too when it came out. But it's really cool. It's fun, you know. It's a cool puzzle game. You know, you got to find 3 stars in each one, and you know, there's like a hidden gem in each one, diamond or whatever. And there's enemies in there you could take out with turnips. It's cool. There's also 11. There's like you said, dragon guy on the back where you ride him. It's actually kind of cool. And the boss battles are alright, although they do recycle because we've already fought that dude twice and this bird guy twice. Cool levels though, they're pretty varied, and there's a lot of them. And then you could also do 3D world levels with Toad, but they're just like time based. Cool game, looks really cool too. And the last one here is Bayonetta 2. Finally got this one. You know, I think this is for my birthday. I got this one. This game's awesome. It comes with the original Bayonetta, which I've played already. I played that on the PS3 and 360. I love that game. This one is just as crazy. Looks incredible. The gameplay is tight as hell. Whoops, smacked the tripod there. Gameplay is incredible. It's fast-paced. It's over the top. I don't think it's as over the top as the first one, but it's out there. They do a, I know in the first one they had like a Space Harrier inspired level. In this one, it's an afterburner one where she's riding on the top of a jet. It's an awesome game. It's fucking so stylish and so crazy. The fighting's phenomenal. It looks great. I don't think it's as long as the first one. It has a lot of replayability as well though, which is cool. Just like the fighting's sick. It really is. And like I said, it's over the top crazy. It's just funny that this isn't like Nintendo funded this or whatever, and Nintendo's the system. The Wii U is the system that ended up with it. Which is cool though, and then the Wii U does have some really cool exclusives that aren't Nintendo, you know. I guess this technically was funded by Nintendo, but like it's not a Nintendo franchise. You know, you got the Wonderful 101, you have this. And you're gonna get Fatal Frame as well. Yeah, really cool game. You can unlock classic Nintendo character costumes for like Star Fox, Link, Peach, Samus. It's a really cool game. But that's the collection. I believe there's 13 games. Yeah, 13 games, and it's a cool system. I mean, I'll probably end up topping out at about 30. Depends on what they put out in the future for it. But yeah, that's my collection. Thanks everybody for checking it out, and have a good day.